Hello Stampers! I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Ink with Dink and welcome to my video. This week in my videos I am focusing on the Dove of Hope bundle that is in the holiday catalog. It is a gorgeous bundle and just makes super pretty cards. For instance, this is the card that I made on Tuesday's video. Gorgeous Christmas card. It would also be nice as a wedding card. Yesterday in my Facebook Live, I used the bundle to make this really fun center stair step card. It turned out to be really pretty. And today I am doing another Christmas card that's kind of a different fold, which is this card right here. Okay, again, using the same bundle. So if you are ready, push some stuff aside and let's get started. So for this particular card, we're going to start off and we're going to need a regular size card base that measures 8.5 by 5.5. And this color that I'm using is Mossy Meadow. Go ahead, fold that in half, use a bone folder to make your crease nice and crisp. We're now going to pull out our trimmer because we're going to do a little bit of trimming on our card base. So we know that this is 8.5 inches long, and you know when you fold it in half, that center mark is 4.25. So I want to cut it so that there's only 1 inch on this side, which means I need to cut it at 5.25. So pop it in there, cut it at 5.25, and it just leaves me a 1 inch tab on the front side. Okay. I'm going to use my bone folder again to make sure it's nice and crisp and lays down nice. Now I'm going to decorate with some layers of some Designer Series paper. So the Designer Series paper pack that I am using is the Heartwarming Hugs. You know, on the back of your Designer Series paper, it tells you all the coordinating colors that is in it. That way it's super easy for you to find cardstock that coordinates. I love this pack of paper because it is your traditional Christmas. Love all the designs, and it uses real red, Mossy Meadow, and Pear Pizzazz. So they're really pretty colors together in here. So I found a piece that has stripes on it, and I just cut a strip of it that is 5 inches, 5.25 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and it's going to go down right there. So I'm just going to take my adhesive, put that on. It's going to spread out just like that. Okay. Now my inside background is just a piece of Whisper White, and this is your typical layer, which is 5.25 by 4. I'm going to set this in here, but I'm not going to adhere it down yet because I do want to stamp on it. Now my layer that has my dove on it, this is a piece of real red cardstock, and this one measures 4.25 by 3.25. And I just guesstimated when I made this piece, just because I knew about how much room I wanted on the sides, and I did 5.25 so that I could push it all the way in and adhere it down, and I didn't have to do a lot of measuring. Okay. So now I want a piece of Designer Series paper on top of it that's a little smaller. So I picked this design, and it is 3 by 4. Okay, super easy that way. Go ahead and put my adhesive on here. I love that gingham check on the paper. And I'm going to layer it on there just like that. Now to adhere it down, I'm going to push it in here, and I'm going to try to center it from side to side the best I can. Okay, push it in all the way to the top, and then I'm just going to take my adhesive and just put it in a strip right across like that. Then I'm going to take this and fold that down. Now don't use too much adhesive because you don't want it to ooze out and glue your card shut. So just enough that it's going to adhere that down for you. Okay, now I can go ahead and stamp my greeting in the inside. So in my stamp set, Dove of Hope, I love this one here. May your season be filled with all the wonder and blessings of Christmas. So I'm going to stamp that in here in Mossy Meadow. Just going to kind of center it on here. Now, I don't want to adhere it down because if I mess up on my stamping, I want to be able to turn it over. So I'm just going to put it approximately where it's going to go and stamp just like that. Okay, now it's not quite dark enough for me, so I am going to turn it over and let's see if we can get it a little bit darker. So I'm going to ink this up a little better, center it in there. There we go. Okay, so done with that. I can go ahead and adhere this down now. And it is going to go right on the inside of my card, just like that. All right, now we're ready for the dove. So in my set of dies, my two favorite ones that I have used the most is this one, and they are the ones that make the dove body and the wings. So like I have on my other cards, I went ahead and cut these out for you, just to make it a little easier for us. So all I'm going to do is put a touch of adhesive right here. He is going to go to the back of the dove body. Take the other wing, put a little bit of adhesive on the back of it, and it's going to go right here on the front. Now I decided I wanted my dove to be holding this ornament. Okay, I just thought that was really pretty and kind of a fun thing to do. So I went ahead, stamped my ornament, cut it out with the coordinating die, and now I am ready to color it. So I'm just using some Stampin' Write markers today. I'm using my markers because it's not really a big enough image that it's going to matter about marker lines and stuff. Or otherwise I would be using my blends because they are my favorite. But this is just a pretty small area that I'm coloring. So the regular markers are perfect. So I just have the 3 colors that are in my designer series paper. So I've got right here, I'm doing Mossy Meadow. I just did the Real Red. And the last green one I have is Pear Pizzazz. Okay, again, those colors are super easy to find out because they're just listed for you on the back of your packet of designer series paper. Okay, just like that. All right, so now I want this to look like my dove is carrying it in his mouth. So I'm going to turn it over, put my adhesive right down here where I want it, and then I'm just going to position my dove so that it's just like that. Now, some of the adhesive may ooze out a little bit on here, and that's okay. Just got to be careful. Then when I've got that adhered down, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of the dove. Center it on here where I want it. Be sure I lay it so that the ornament is hanging straight down. And then I'm just going to adhere that down just like that. And there you go. There is just a fun fold card. Okay, kind of different, but I really like it. The way the image still is centered on there and is definitely the focal point. I have had such a great time this week making all of these cards using the Dove of Hope bundle. This is also the stamp set that I'm using for my Christmas online club this month. So in my club, it's $35 and you get the consumables to make 6 cards. You also, for that $35, get $20 worth of product that you're going to use on these cards and then have left over to continue using. I always do a fancy fold in my club, so there is that on there. I will do a Facebook Live for my club showing how to put all the cards together after they have been sent to you. And then I will also do a PDF with step-by-step instructions and color pictures of the completed cards. So it really is a great class to do, online club to do, because it really is almost like being there and I guide you step by step how to complete your cards. I also do a special thing for my club members that after you have purchased 6 of my clubs, you get $25 in free product of your choice. So just kind of an extra little bonus for my continued customers. But thank you so much for joining me today for my video, and I will catch you next time.